The intermediate region is an established geopolitical model set forth in the 1970s by the Greek historian Dimitri Kitsikis, professor at the University of Ottawa in Canada. According to this model, the Eurasian continent is composed of 3 regions, in addition to Western Europe and the Far East. A third region called the intermediate region, found between the two, constitutes a distinct civilization. It roughly covers Eastern Europe and the Middle East and North Africa. Description: the lands between the Adriatic Sea and the Indus River form the intermediate region and are considered a bridge between Western and Eastern civilizations. The vast area extends from the eastern half of Europe to the western half of Asia. Its significance is that there is neither a uniform Europe nor a uniform Asia. Europe and Asia denote geographical regions, not civilizations. Demographically, the region's dominant religions are Orthodox Christianity and Sunni Islam, and Shiite Islam, with Alevism and Judaism to a lesser extent. In contrast, Catholicism and Protestantism dominate in the West, and Hinduism and Buddhism dominate in the East. The intermediate region had, for 2,500 years, been dominated by an ecumenical empire whose center lay by the Turkish Straits and the Aegean Sea. It was fundamentally the same empire throughout history, and its successive leaders sought to unify its respective peoples. For the Persian Empire of Darius the Great, it fell into the hands of Alexander the Great, then to the Hellenistic Roman Empire, the Byzantine Empire, and finally the Sunni Ottoman Empire until 1923–1924, even though originally the Ottoman dynasty was a Levo. That is why the Janissaries followed the Bektashi Alevi religion. This central empire had been subject to attempts by other empires to seize succession, situated along its periphery, the Caliphate, the Persian Empire and the Russian Empire. The dynamic between the central empire and the peripheral empires constitutes an internal conflict in the intermediate region. Each of the main peoples in this area struggle to seize control of its center of influence, that is, Byzantium, Constantinople, Istanbul, which remained the undisputed focal point for nearly 2,000 years. The Arabs, in the 8th century, and the Russians, in the 20th century, almost succeeded in doing so, but were not able to take control of the ecumenical empire. Western intervention, since the 18th century, is considered to be an external conflict, which sought not succession but the destruction of the ecumenical empire in its dismemberment and its subjection to the stranglehold of westernization. In conclusion, due to historical events spanning thousands of years, the Eurasian continent, of which Europe is but one of its peninsulas, comprises 3 civilizational areas. A. The West, which today includes United States, Canada, Australia and New Zealand, as well as Western Europe. B. The East or Far East, which includes the peninsulas of India, Southeast Asia and China. C. The intermediate region, which is found both in the East and the West.